Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. Yesterday we shared a video with you of Ray J showing off all of his new facial tattoos. And after he made the video, a whole lot of people were in the comment section like, yo, what in the world is going on with Ray J? Why does he have a big white ring around his mouth and why is he over there looking cracked out? Well, anyway, Brandy saw that video and she was like, oh no, absolutely not. So she got on the phone and she called her brother and she was like, Ray J, you need to take that video down immediately, boy, because you over there looking crazy and you look dirty, and the Norwoods don't get down like that. Check out what Ray J had to say about his big sister Brandy calling him up and putting him on blast while also saying that he was over there looking like a scruffaluffagus.
My sister hit me and said, yo, your last post that you posted, like, take that shit down, right? The one I was talking about me having tats and not being attractive and shit. She said I didn't look clean, look dirty. My mouth was chapped. I got white coming all out my mouth and shit. Didn't have no water. So I took it down, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Neighborhood Talk, but they I don't know how the Neighborhood Talk keeps saving the and catching it. Good, because I took it down and they weren't really supposed to post it, but they posted it and now everybody thinking I'm going crazy. I got like deals that I'm about to do right now. They like, yo, next week when you pull up, you know you gotta wear makeup like on your face and cover up the shit you just did. Why? Why I gotta cover my shit up? I keep telling that this shit ain't real, and then I keep scratching this shit now, scratching it and scratching it and scratching it. And coming off. Like, it's not real, it's real, it's real, it's not real. My daughter like her name right there, Melody. My son like his name. Which side did I? Yeah, Melody and Evan. They like it. A lot of people think I'm going through some kind of crisis. And I appreciate y'all support for you praying for me and shit like that, but it ain't like that. What the face has represents is me letting everybody know, like, don't call me for auditions for movies. Don't tell me you want me to host Dancing with the Stars and shit, because I don't care. You had my time when you had it. That's the shit I wanted to do before I understood how to just do shit myself and make more money than myself. $1 million face going to waste. Exactly. That's my fucking point. You said it right there. Gone to waste. Why? Because I'm never going to audition for a ever again. Period. Why would I audition for a movie when I can just shoot my movie and put it up and make money on it? Why would I have to, like, be somebody just because mainstream America said that's what you had to be in order to get this job? I don't need mainstream America. I don't need anybody but my family and my kids, right? You know, my sister is mad at me because she doesn't want my face tattoos. She doesn't want me to come online just irresponsibly, and that's why I love her. I need her to continue to keep. I know. Can I get some ointment? They already started itching on. I already went past that. Can I get some ointment?
Shout out to Brandy for at least trying to check her brother and steer him in the right direction, because Ray J's wilding out right now, and I don't even think that Ray J knows that he's wilding out right now, because the whole reasoning behind him saying that he went and got those tats makes absolutely no sense. He's saying that he went and got the tats on his face because he doesn't want to have to work for anybody else. He wants to be his own man, he wants to make his own decisions, and he doesn't want to be beholden to anybody in Hollywood. But what Ray J doesn't seem to understand is that in order to do that, you didn't have to tat up your own face. All you had to do was man up, and when they call you and ask you to do something, just say no. You didn't have to deface your face, because tattoos do not replace something called willpower. Anyhow, Ray J has acknowledged that he does take medication to help even out his erratic mood swings. So I'm really hoping that this is Ray J really doing what Ray J wants to do and not Ray J just not taking his meds. Now, yesterday we reported to you that Tupac's estate told Drake that he had 24 hours to take down that Tailor Made song or they were gonna sue the mess out of him. And guess what? Drake done took that song down. So, in the battle between rappers to see who's like in the big three, it looks like Tupac takes the win again. Because Tupac was able to biatch slap Drake from the grave. I love it. Tupac for the W. Alright, so the other day a young boy was sitting with his mother and he was like, "Mommy, where's my friend Beyoncé?" And she was like, "I don't know Beyoncé. Beyonce's not our friend. We don't know Beyoncé personally." And he was like, "Yes, we do." Check this out.
Who's Beyoncé?
What?
Who's Beyoncé?
Where or who?
Who is Beyoncé?
Beyonce's in her house, baby. You like her songs?
Can they visit Beyoncé?
No, we don't know her personally. We don't know her personally. She's not Mama's friend. She doesn't live here also, baby.
She's her friend.
She's our friend?
Yeah.
I haven't met her.
Beyoncé is my friend.
Beyonce is your friend?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you introduce me to Beyonce?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know her personally.
Oh, you know her personally.
Yes,
She's my friend.
Beyonce is your friend?
Yeah. I want to meet her.
You want to meet her? I know, me too, baby. I want to meet her too. Maybe one day we can meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's too cute. Now, immediately after seeing that precious little video, Beyonce's PR people contacted his mother, got his information, and Beyonce sent him some nice flowers and a little stuffed animal. So now he can officially say that him and Beyonce are friends. And I gotta tell you, Beyonce can certainly use the good press, because now that she's released her new hair care line called Sacred, some Christians are saying, "Don't you dare buy that mess," because Beyonce's a witch and she's trying to use them juju berries that she's putting up in them hair care products to get all up in your head. Check this out.
Whew. All right. So I didn't even know Beyonce had a hair care line. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Okay, back in the day, I used to be a part of the Beehive. Before I was saved, I was everything Beyonce. I wanted to be Beyonce. I wanted to sing like Beyonce. I wanted to look like Beyonce. But once I got saved, the Lord quickly separated me from Beyonce. And he removed the veil and allowed me to see who she truly is. And so, since I've been, separated, I did not know that she had a hair care line, like I said. But I was watching a video. Okay, this is how this video came about. I was watching a video of a guy who was kind of talking about her new hair care line, and I was like, dang, that's crazy. I didn't even know she had a hair care line. And so I'm watching it, and I clearly heard the Lord say that this hair care line is attacking the mind. He said it is supposed to attack the mind of all of the people that actually use the hair care products.
Okay, so according to this YouTuber Lala Jenkins, Beyonce worships the African deity Oshun, who according to some Western African traditions is the goddess of love, fertility, and sensuality, which is why, according to Lala, Beyonce shaped the bottles of her new sacred hair care product line like little altars. And just to confirm her suspicions, Lala says that she contacted one of her friends who used to worship the same African deity, and this is what a friend had to say.
And so this is what she said. I am reminded of the shrines. It looks like a collection of altars in a grove. She said it looks like the structures used to raise up a shrine. I heard Asherah pose. And the set reminds me of a Bambi drumming ceremony. My Lord. And she says the drummers on the drum with people gathered around for the ritual ceremony. The collection of the bottles stirs up the feeling of a worship ceremony. And so when we go back to the definition of sacred, something that is dedicated or set apart for the service or worship of a deity. So right here, what we're seeing is a collection of altars. We're seeing a collection of altars. And when you look at I was looking at some pictures for the Asherah poles. And so these are some of the pictures that I was able to find. I was able to find this one. I also was able to find this one right here. They have them. It looks like we kind of have them all over the place. And then it also is, this is a picture of some of the Asherah poles. And also when you look up Oshun, I found this picture as well, which is in the Honolulu Academy of Arts. And so when you look at that side by side, it looks very comparable. And also I found a Yoruba. It says, I don't know how you pronounce this word. It says INCISED, a ceremonic ritual pot for the goddess Oshun. This is from Nigeria in 1970. And so when you look at this pot and you look at these designs, they look extremely, extremely similar. Okay. And this also is Ashun, the shrine figure. Then it says Yoruba people, Nigeria. And this is from NOALiving.com. Okay, NOALiving.com. This is something that people can actually purchase. And this is Ashun, the shrine figure that people can buy. And so, that is actually all I have. That is all I have for this video. Okay, I just kind of wanted to go over who Beyonce worships, and I wanted to go over her hair care products and how it is an extension of who she worships, and how it is in connection to who she worships, and how the Lord is saying Christians should be completely set apart from all of this.
Listen, do I know whether or not Beyonce's trying to infuse her own religious beliefs into your head through your hair follicles? No, I don't. But I did find this video to be very interesting, and I wanted to share it with you. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe that the good Lord came down to this chick and gave her a prophetic word to tell all the Christians not to be using Beyonce's hair care products? Let me know in the comments. Now, check this out. The other day, a woman jumped on Twitter and she said that she had a message for all of you black women out there. Check this out.
I already know y'all are gonna cause a fit and be displeased and be upset and blah, 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 but I really don't care. So here's the message. If you're a black woman, especially if you're a bigger or heavier black woman and you wanna be treated, it's really time you drop the black love fantasy and start considering dating other men. Because most black men are not that guy. They are not the guy who's going to protect you, care about you, treat you like a lady. They're going to workhorse you, run you into the ground, get you upset, make you argue, make you curse them out for little stuff. Expand your horizons, because these men are not that guy.
Oh my goodness. Listen, all of this black women hating on black men and black men hating on black women has got to stop. Just because the handful of people that you dated were no good does not mean that most black men or black women are no good. Do you understand that in 2020 there were approximately 7.8 billion black men on earth if you only define a black man as a person of African descent? And out of those 7.8 billion black men, this chick has probably only dated about 10 of them. And perhaps she knows about 100 more personally, which means that if we add up all of the black men that she's dated with all of the black men that she personally knows, she only has personal intimate knowledge of what? Approximately 0.0000141% of all black men. But yet, she's trying to tell you that you need to date outside your race because the majority of black men are trash. Listen, let me tell you something right now. Right now, there's some Asian chick somewhere who's like talking to her own girls, and she's like, yo, these Chinese dudes are trash. We need to start looking at some black men. I'm trying to tell you, I wish that some of these black women and some of these black men, and I emphasize some, would stop jumping on the internet talking about all these black men are trash and all of these black women are trash. Knock it off. In my own sphere of influence, I personally know mad good black men and mad good black women. Now, with that being said, according to his baby mama, one particular black man who just might be trash is Neo. Because last week, Neo was spotted walking down the street holding hands with two women, and when asked about it, he said that he's currently dating both of them and he's in a polygamous relationship, which works for him because he needs more than one woman to meet his needs. And this week, a video just dropped of Ne-Yo being called out by one of his baby mamas, who says that not only is he a druggie and a deadbeat dad, but he's also a whoremonger who might just be a little ditty. Check this out.
About the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak off. He calling the police, y'all. He calling, no, I don't give a, listen. No, you know what you did. You body slammed me on the floor. Come on, police. Tell him the real you. 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 And why we're here today. Tell him why we're here today. Shut boy. Refuse to remove me. Why? Because the commotion. How did the commotion start? What did we talk about? What did I ask of you?
All of that is irrelevant.
All of that is irrelevant.
Started throwing shit and getting loud and disturbing people.
Okay, so you calling the police like a y'all, guess what? Over what? Because he want hoes over the house while his kids is here. While you likes to have hoes, drugs, and weed, alcohol, mushrooms, and prostitutes in the house while his kids are here. Everyone has asked him to stop, but he will not listen to nobody. This is what's going on. This is the tea. While the is in the house, I asked him not to bring no in the house. I even came over here to help him with these kids because he won't watch these kids. Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak off. Tell them about the freak off. Tell them the truth. Tell these people the truth. Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't give a fuck about none of these kids. Do y'all see a fucking picture in his house of a fucking kid? He don't care about these kids. All he care about is doing drugs, drinking alcohol, fucking these hoes. That's what you care about. So let's go. I'm a Diddy bop the fuck up out of here. You and your freak off. You can get back to your freak off in a minute. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. Your stories will be coming out next. He gonna say, my daughter crying. You gotta go. But the hoe gonna stay, huh? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay?
Excuse me.
The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay?
Excuse me.
The hoe gonna stay?
Come on now.
The hoe gonna stay?
You're doing a lot.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Why can't you just be at home with your kids?
Why can't you just get out?
Why you just can't be at home with the kids?
Excuse me.
Why you can't be at home with the kids? Is that hard for you to lay in the bed and lay down with your kids?
No, I've done it before.
No, you don't do it. That's the problem. That's why I'm here, and you know that. And you know that. And you know that, though. And you know that. And you know that. I'm on that. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your up. Man, shut your up. Shut your up. Take care of your kids and shut the bitch. Man, shut the fuck up. Mr. Clean.
Alright, so there's a whole lot more, but I just can't. Anyhow, Ne-Yo's like that kid in high school who was voted most likely to succeed, and then, after you graduate, you don't see him for a good 10-15 years, and then, out of the blue, you're walking down the street one day and you run into him, and you're like, oh my goodness, what the cuff happened to you? That is Ne-Yo. And I think it's a darn shame, because once upon a time, Ne-Yo was one of our biggest and brightest and best stars, who was full of potential. And now, every time you see him, he seems to be entrenched in some mess. I mean, it's just sad, because that's not the champagne life that Ne-Yo used to sing about. Hopefully, I'm praying for him and I hope that things get better, because just based on that little clip that we saw there, Ne-Yo's situation is totally toxic, and that's not good for him or his family. But while we're talking about family drama, we have to pivot and discuss Jeannie Mai versus Jeezy in his divorce case. In recent court filings, Jeannie Mai alleges that Jeezy was extremely abusive during their marriage. Not only does Jeannie Mai accuse Jeezy of domestic violence, but she has also accused him of child neglect. According to Jeannie Mai, there were allegedly 3 to 4 incidents during their marriage where Jeezy put his hands on her, including one incident that occurred at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in San Francisco on April 14, 2022. Jeannie says that the incidents aren't a secret, and other people know exactly what was going on in their marriage, because she says that she shared what happened with her therapist, her pastor, and one of her close friends. In response to Jeannie Mai's claims that Jeezy was was over there treating her like a crash test dummy, Jeezy released a statement online that said, "The allegations are not only false, but also deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone I loved. This malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous. It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play, and at this time, my main concern is being an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight for court-mandated joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will prevail through the proper legal channels." Now, in addition to saying that Jeezy was over there bopping her up, Jeannie Mai also submitted photos to the court which show her body battered and bruised after what she says is an altercation with Jeezy. But Jeezy says that Jeannie Mai is over there lying because the photos that she submitted to the court, which show her body all bruised up, Jeezy says that those bruises were actually caused when they both got into an accident while they were in a golf cart. And then he proceeded to release their text messages and also showed a picture of the golf cart. But the golf cart doesn't have any dents and it doesn't look like it was in an accident, and he's sitting in a golf cart with somebody else. So I don't understand what the picture of the golf cart actually proves, except for the fact that you once sat in a golf cart. Come on, Jeezy, you gotta do better than that. Especially since during that incident that happened at the Ritz-Carlton, somebody called the cops, and when the cops came, they made a report. And in that report, it says, LP Base received a call in regards to a domestic dispute in a lounge bar at approximately 22:21. Lounge server stated that guest Mr. Jenkins had pushed Miss Jenkins down the steps leading to the main lobby. I, L5, responded to the call, and upon arrival I noticed Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins arguing. I approached the guest and continued to sit on the lobby bar area and requested 5 minutes to discuss things alone. After the given time, I spoke to both guests, telling them that they needed to continue their conversation elsewhere because it was disrupting other guests. Guests moved to the P37 hallway and continued their conversation. Mr. Jenkins requested I get his 4 Louis Vuitton bags from the room, and I was in the process when I was called back to assist due to Miss Jenkins beginning to raise her voice, resulting me to have to put the luggage retrieval on hold. Mr. Jenkins requested to go outside and get some fresh air to talk. Miss Jenkins also had previously stated that she felt unsafe being alone with him and requested that I was nearby. Guests talked near the valet office and then moved themselves to the front desk, where Mr. Jenkins got another room key to retrieve the rest of his belongings. Mr. Jenkins continued to try to press the issue of wanting to converse with his wife, but due to Mrs. Jenkins' comment stating that she was done talking, I told Mr. Jenkins he needed to willingly walk away from the situation or I was going to have to call the police. Both guests went up to the room, but Mrs. Jenkins requested that I come along because she still felt unsafe being with him by herself and wanted me to make sure that she came out of the room unharmed. I escorted both guests and they continued their conversation in the room. Mr. Jenkins wanted me to wait outside, but I stated I could not due to his wife's fear for her safety. After their conflict, Mr. Jenkins made me aware that he was getting another room and to have his personal belongings, which were previously retrieved, ready in the front desk for when he came down to pick up his new room key. I then spoke to Miss Jenkins and she said that she didn't need any more assistance and Mr. Jenkins will come down to pick up his room key when he was ready. Yeah, the problem for Jeezy is this. It's not just his word against Jeannie Mai's. When the third party has to call the police because they saw you push her down the stairs, that's when you lost. Because if she's telling the truth about that particular incident, then she's most likely also telling the truth when she says that you two were sitting in a parked car and you decided to strike her with a closed fist. Yeah, not looking too good for Jeezy. Listen, let me know in the comments, what do you think about Jeannie Mai dropping these bombshell court documents saying that Jeezy not only was abusing her, but he was also over there neglecting their kid? Listen, let me know what you think about Brandy calling up Ray J and saying, boy, take down that video cause you look mad dirty. Beyonce making a new little friend. Beyonce's critics saying don't use her hairline because Beyonce's over there trying to put unclean spirits in your head through your follicles. Tupac's estate shutting down Drake, the woman who says you need to date outside your race cause most of these black men are trash. Neo's baby mama saying, oh my goodness, Neo's definitely trash. And Jeannie Mai saying that Jeezy used to be over there roughing her up. Let me know what you think about all of that in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.